Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. I am Melynas the Slime Kitty, and today we're going to be playing DemonCrawl. This is a game that I've definitely played before, although I've made a new profile because it's more fun to. Although it also looks like they've added some stuff since I played too, or I forget it. I'm also going to say casual mode because I haven't played in a while, and okay, I kind of sometimes forget some of the strategies of what's best of Minesweeper. Because yeah, for people who don't really know this game, this is basically just a roguelite Minesweeper. And I do remember some of the stuff in this, like you can get coins and thank you. Ooh, treasure chest. Okay, that makes sense. Right, I remember those ones. They're actually usually very good. Right. Well, because this is obviously an enemy. It's got to be there. And then... oh. If a... oh, I get it, I get it. So then with this one, because obviously this one is touching this one, but this one can be either of these two. This one can be any of these, and this one can be any of these. Any of these. And this one is only touching one, so it's not both of these. And this one, it cannot be this one. Yeah. So it has to be this one. And it has to be this one. Yeah. So like I said, I have played this before. I do know a little bit of what I'm doing. But I haven't done it enough for quite a while. And I'm also very sleepy right now. So I don't think going on the harder difficulty is necessarily the better idea, especially for like making any kind of progress. Okay, coins. Yes. Okay. This is obviously a monster. Okay, and then selling apples. I mean, I don't have 12 coins in the first place. Or 7 coins for him. So I think that's saying, yeah, there's 6 monsters remaining. I don't really know how to figure out of these which is safe or not. Because, like, obviously all of them are touching one. So the easiest solution to this is that this one and this one are both monsters. But for example, if, like, this one's a monster, then these two would be touching it. Then this one would still need to be a monster. But then this one, like, so that doesn't work. So I think it might be that these have to be the monsters, but that's probably wrong somehow, but I'm not sure why. And this is again why I would rather do it on easy, because I'm like, okay. At least that wasn't wrong. Okay, reduce your score by half. If you make a mistake on a necessary guess, reduce the incoming damage. I mean, that sounds useful. Okay, so with this, the only ones this one touches is that. So those both have to be monsters. This one, it could be either of these two. With that one, though, this has to be safe. Which is correct. Okay, so that's nice. So that means that all three of those are monsters. And then that one, these two, so, like, that's at least fully figured out there. Now with this one, only two are figured out, but it can only touch these ones, so, like, all of those have to be monsters, I think. And then with this one, because that's literally all it's touching that we can't see. And then with this one, that means that those ones are what it's touching, so that has to be okay. Yeah, okay. But scared me. I guess it looped around and hit him. Also, not that there's anybody probably in chat yet, or at least not anybody that I've seen talking. But with this one, I'm going to be trying to have less backseating, just because I don't feel like it's quite as fun of a puzzle if you're just, like, letting everyone solve it. So, okay, so those theoretically should mean everything else. Okay. Ooh. Target object to a random visible cell. That sounds... If I'm very uncertain about a cell, I theoretically could move its contents and then I know what it is. Okay. Cool. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna be trying to not rely on backseating, slash hopefully not have as much as I'm usually, like, very, like, by all means backseat, because I just want me and everyone to be having a good time. But with something like this, it's like, if your morality is positive, there's morality in this game? Interesting. Gain souls, so that sounds evil. Okay, so maybe that's related to that. I don't have anywhere near enough coins, so I don't know why I came in there. I knew I couldn't buy anything. Okay, caverns. I wish I could drag that outside, but that's okay. There's no way to... Okay, there we go. It's pretty much centered now. I do know that later on they end up big enough that you do have to scroll regardless, but... Ooh, hello. Has a 10% chance to break instead. Killing all visible strangers of this type. Okay, but... Again, I don't need the heart. I don't currently have any other scientists, so I think it's relatively safe. Add a random mutation to each of your kinkers? Plus a mutation for each of your poisons? Interesting. I don't know what that means at all. Well, I mean, I understand what the words are saying, but like... There is a secret in Strand. Okay. Made in China. Alright. So basically, like, for example, this one can only touch it, so that has to be that one. Same with that one. This one only touches that one, but that means that, yeah, okay. But this one only touches those ones, so that's okay. For me, it's easier to, like, circle, to kind of, like, see the area of influence of the thing. So don't mind me. Ooh, that was a large opening. You can buy 9 dead rodents? Thank you. I'm not sure I will. Okay, so I'm not actually sure which of those two... Because, for example, the 3 obviously can touch either of those, because these 2 are monsters, so we need these 2 to become... Like, one of these 2 is a monster. And then with this, it can touch both as well, for it to be a 1. So either of these could be... So I don't understand... Because on easy, it's not... You don't have to guess, so uncertain. where not guessing is involved. I mean, I guess with him, theoretically, next turn, I think he's supposed to shoot. Also, this is obviously a monster. Next turn he's supposed to shoot, so maybe... I don't know if it'll go over the square or reveal it. If it just goes over, he's just gonna catch himself. Okay, let's go up here, because this one I can at least work on so far. Okay, so for this one, that has to be a monster. For this one, that has to be a monster, so that means those are safe. No, this one is those ones. Okay. Ooh, useful. Yeah, so it's not doing anything super useful here. So again, I'm stuck in this situation of I don't have the faintest idea which of these 2 because this doesn't really help me, because, like, these ones are obviously monsters. So how do I not guess in this situation? I don't understand that. I mean... Can I do that? Moo? Okay, so I guess maybe that meant it was empty. At least I can do something like that, but I don't understand how I'm not supposed to, like, how I... Because if it had been there, both of these conditions would have still been fulfilled. But at least I did it without taking damage. I just don't quite understand. And I still have my heart captured. I am going to try to avoid touching that until I actually need it. Alright, so obviously that is a monster. That is a monster. That has to have, yeah. That's, ooh. I brought soap. Oh, he's a bubble boy again. Good. Ooh, hopefully he catches that heart again. No, he's not in line with it. Oh well. So with this, that is one. And then that has to be one. And then that means that is safe. But that has to be one. Okay. Theoretically. That is a monster. Oh, the music in this is so good. I remember always enjoying it. Oops. I didn't realize you could... Interesting. So I can right click on here and it'll flag like the... Huh, that's cool. So I assume, because like it basically said that like you can click on when a condition is... It's under the assumption that your stuff is correct. It's not telling you that you are correct, but it'll operate under the assumption that you flagged the right square. And it'll open it up based on that assumption. So this one's easy to figure out, at least. It has to be those ones. With that one, then I can open up that and those ones. Oh, cattle prod is fully charged. That's helpful. That actually charges up pretty quickly then. Now that has to be one. I guess it's also maybe a good way to figure out, like, I have or I have not fulfilled the requirements of this. Because, like, for example, with this, like, I can easily flag them or I could open them up from it. But it's only if it meets that logical criteria. I'm getting pretty rich here. So yeah, like for example, that one. But it's safe to click these and be like, hey, I'm being an idiot. But then for example with that, like I guess it helps show you which ones they're connected to, which is basically what my little circle does. Yeah, okay. Nice. For the record, this is only going to go so good for so long. Although I think I actually have beaten this before, but I'm not always... I'm not always the best at not being dumb at these. Okay, so that means that has to be... Because, like, obviously the farther it goes, the more complex it gets. And this is why I say it's only going to go so good. So basically what my brain is telling me is that there's a monster here and a monster here, because that's what would fulfill these conditions. Hey Carl, how are you doing? Good to see you. I'm doing good. But that doesn't necessarily mean... But that's like... I guess maybe it's the only way to fulfill that without... No, it said the profile was private. I did find the account, but it said the profile was private. Okay. I apologize if this has been such a thing. But it would at least satisfy this one as well. So I guess maybe let's... Okay, that was correct. Okay, cool. Okay. Ah. Oh, yes, okay. Yeah, so that has to be 1. That's okay, that's okay. Yeah. Because that is 1. The rest of these are okay. That's gotta be 1, but these are okay. Ooh. I don't know if I have 11 turns left now, though. Kind of depends. Because I don't think flagging counts as a turn. I think opening them up does. Because I want the armor, but, like... It's probably best not to. Wait, it was telling me something about that? Oh, stranger. Okay. 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 I mean... The overlap on all of these is that space. But that was wrong. Okay. Also, that monster hurt. Okay, perfect, I will. Thank you so much. Oops, I was trying to pop the bubble. I'm lucky that was okay. I'll try after the stream just so I don't lose my train of thought or anything, but I really appreciate you getting that sorted out for me. Also, just to give you heads up, this is gonna be my last stream for like almost a month. Just because I'm gonna be away for most of August. So just trying to make sure that everybody has as much heads up on that. But I'll definitely stream as soon as I get back. It's just, obviously it's hard to stream while I'm away. Or at least it's hard to do what I do for streams while I'm away. So there's 4 monsters left here. So I'll stream tomorrow, and then that's my last one for a while. I'll also be updating my stream schedule, but it's basically not going to show... Because, like, this is, like, a vacation mode you can toggle on so that streams aren't scheduled. But I don't really know a good way to notify people that I'm back, so... I'm not really sure on this. Also, are you up to anything fun? Like, are you doing more Valheim building, or... So I'm gonna get a quick sip of coffee here while I'm slightly stuck on this one. There we go. I really don't know what this one does. Ooh, wow. That sounds awesome. Please post pictures of that as well. I'd really like to see that when it's done. Awesome, thank you. So I guess something I can do, because, like... The most obvious space is that this one is a monster. But I don't know that for a fact, obviously. So if I do... Oh, it's silenced! God damn it, yeah. Yep, and there was the monster. I don't understand that. I'm not really good at those situations. Hey. Three, two, one, 3, 2, 3, 1. I don't even know what that means exactly. Okay, stage is done. Nice. I've leveled up. I don't actually even remember what leveling up does. I guess gives you tokens for the token shop? Immutable ocean. Immutable. You cannot modify the stage's properties. Okay, that's fine. I am not at the point where I'm modifying anything. What? Give me 2 coins and I'll fight for you. I mean, honestly, that doesn't sound like a bad deal right now. Okay, so that one's safe. Ooh, bubbles. I like bubbles. I love the music on this stage. This is like one of my absolute favorite stage musics. Honestly, I have legitimately played this game just for the music sometimes. Oh, I mean, that's totally understandable. I mean, I get being busy. I'm just glad that you've got so many cool projects that you work on and that you're having fun with it. Like, that's the bit that's important. It's nice to have something that you find enjoyable and satisfying and that you can set yourself these fun projects. Like, I'm just glad that that's how it goes. I'm so bad at figuring it out when I don't just have like a nice easy way to chip down the line. Really? Oh, I had no idea about that. That's cool. Is it complicated to explain? Because I'd ask you to explain how to do it, but if it's going to be like making you write an essay, I don't want to do that. Kinda, yeah, okay. That's kind of what I thought. Usually any of those methods that you use to skip things, especially like intentional progression. Okay. Yeah, it usually ends up being quite the explanation. So I've got 11 monsters left, which is quite a few monsters. I mean, quite honestly, I think I should do that. This one isn't a good one to try and pick away at because any of these three could be... And there's no reason that it can't. Because obviously I could do that, but it's not necessarily like guaranteed that it's going to be that. I wish he wasn't here so I could see. I guess... Oh, okay. Damn it. Well, I mean, I guess it's obviously not there. So it has to be one of these two. So this is probably a good situation for this thing. So if I do that, Moo. So moo meant it was safe. Okay. So that one has to be. Nice. Thank you. Ooh. Reduce the score by half, but if you make a mistake on a necessary guess, reduce the income. Okay. Oh, unlock next. If you die with 300 or more points, revive it. Oh, sweet. That sounds pretty useful. Focus an area where you can make progress. Okay. That sounds useful as well. Okay, so that has to be that. That means that can open up. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get to see what was under that. Okay, so those have to be... Thank you, sir. I appreciate you killing things for me. So that has to be a monster as well. Sure, yeah, no worries. Have fun on your errands. Talk to you soon. So obviously that one's fulfilled because this one can be any of these. This one can be any of those. This one can be any of those. That can be any of those. But I still have 4 monsters left. I can't necessarily assume. And none of these are charged, which is fine. Kind of like that though, because I think if he shoots that, I don't remember if he didn't notice earlier if he shoots over monsters or not. Because if he catches my familiar, that'd be amazing, and then I can use him next level as well. I also wish I could like see what was under him, but I can't. Because that's obviously a free space, but it was a monster. But it's probably a number at this point. So if this one that means that one could be, well, it would have to be like here. Or up here, actually. Well, no, it would have to be here. But there's no reason that I can't, like, there. And then, like, for example, there. I don't know how to not guess. I really don't. It's one of those things I massively struggle on in this game. Although I do like the novice thing, because it also tells you when it was or was not a necessary guess. So it's like, okay, that didn't need to be a guess, but I don't know why. Or it was like, that was a guess, and I'm like, okay, good. Is there any reason that would be incorrect? because that is still 2 it is touching there. And that is 2 for all of those. That was wrong. I don't know. It was probably the other one that I was looking at as an option, but it's just like, I usually find whichever one I go for first is usually the wrong one. So it's like, well. Okay, I've got a bunch of money. I'm gonna go to the shop. Don't have enough money for that. Oh, that would be good. So I guess just like just spam open cells that you think have monsters. Eh? Oh, that sounds like a bad idea. Eh? No, I don't want to do that either. So unfortunately, I don't have enough money for that thing. So I guess I have to leave. This is probably going to be a short. Oh, place an order for some armor. Yes. I've got the money for it, so body armor, because it's the most expensive, probably going to be the most. Let's see, tropics. Oh no, that's going to be inconvenient. I don't know why I'd want to. Well, I guess I can feed him the one item, but I don't know. Am I able to? Because like I don't think I can do anything with this. Oh wait, oops, nope, that wasn't what I meant to do, anyways. Okay, useful. Yeah, don't need that hard. So at least I've recovered from all the mistakes I made to date. Transforms into a random item from your inventory. How do I... Oh, okay. Oh, sweet. That's awesome. Okay. That was great. See, this is why I like this roguelite version, because you can actually end up... despite sucking, you can end up getting some interesting progress happening because of the whole roguelite aspects. And I say roguelite because there is definitely outside progress from just the progress you make in here. Like obviously with the mastery unlocks, and there's, I believe, items you can unlock as well. Because as far as I'm aware, the difference between a roguelike and a roguelite is a roguelike specifically does not have any meta progression, whereas a roguelite does have the meta progression. But that's just my understanding of it. That could be completely wrong. There's no way to not guess here. Because I literally only have one indication. Well, I can at least restore some health from this. Ah! Nice! I didn't die. Look at me go. Appetizer. A little sushi. That's cute. Actually, that's kind of cool. Restore... Wait, do I have that? Restore 1 life whenever you spend at least 5 coins. Did I get that? Because if I got that, that's... Ah, damn. Okay, never mind. My armor is ready. Yes, please. The start of each stage, obscure all visible numbered cells. Negate damage from... Why would I want that? I mean, I took it anyways, but like... Okay, and I'm not gonna go in the shop yet. Large volcano. Is that a choice that you can do that then? I'm not quite sure. I don't entirely understand that one. This song reminds me of like an old school like racing game song. It makes me think of like SNES era or something, and you're like racing along. Like maybe even nighttime racing or something. But like, you know, it'd be a cool game if you're doing a racing game, especially at that time, and you had this kind of song in it. It'd be like, yay, this is a cool game. Ooh, nice. I don't really want to feed you items. Don't die rich. I mean, I probably will. I don't know. Oh. Oh, interesting. But I don't know how to pick what I feed you. And I only really have one item that I want to feed you. And this run is going fairly well, so I don't necessarily want to just, like, throw it. Trying to see if I can figure out like a nice easy way to, well, actually that was a pretty good one to pick at. Sorry about that. Surprise tickle. This is obviously a monster. That must be a monster. That means that, oof. 5. But I've got 33 monsters remaining? Holy crap. That's a lot of monsters. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I also like how the beginner picture is just like a little chick. Morality -2. Is -2 good or bad? I feel like it's like I'm slightly evil somehow, but I don't know why. So for this one, because we've already got 2 marked, there is 3 in here somewhere. I'm gonna risk it. Get out of the way. Guess that means it moved something? Maybe? I don't see a monster revealed though. Oh my gosh, with all the 5s, but at least this one is like, hey, that's a 5. got a 3 now. This is kind of like a crazy corner. No wonder there's all the monsters. I do have a second staff. I think that's the monster. This is my cell now. I guess it makes it a safe cell regardless. But I think it was. So. Okay, so that one is a monster. Ooh, special chest. Cool. It's locked though. Like the weird sort of like, okay, but how I get in? Gain the amount of coins spent. Oh, cool. That's pretty useful too. That is monster. That must be monster. That must be monster. That must be monster. There must be one in there somewhere. Okay. At least this I can pick away at now. All the 5s. This is quite the corner over here. I don't know how to open that chest. I want to open it. It's a special chest. I mean, who wouldn't want to open up a special chest, though? Okay, so that's that one. Okay. At least, like, as you're slowly working your way down on the corner, as I'm making, like, talking with my hands, I don't know why I'm doing that. It's not like you guys can see me. As you're, like, working your way down on the corner, you can, like, sometimes get, like, logic figured out on where things are, but then it's like on this one where it's like, even though I've got 2 sides to it, I've still got 15 monsters left. Holy crap, that's a lot of monsters. This one, I basically, like, it could be any of either of these. My staff is not ready yet either. Maybe I'll just keep going until I have a staff back. Because I think that's essentially a guess situation. I'm definitely going to switch to the novice mastery. I think it was a mastery after this. I think that would be a really good move. There's so many of these that I'm just like, I don't know. Like, there's one here, but I don't know which of these two, obviously. And it can only be those 2. Because 1, 2, 3, and then 1 in here. And then with these, it's like 1, 2, and 1 in here. And this one is like 1. It's like it could be... Oh, I didn't mean to press that one. I was trying to example it. Oh well. I do need to be careful on that. If it, again, it's based off of what you flagged, not that it's correct. I was trying to be like, okay, so if it's like this, then it affects these cells. And then it's like, yeah, don't press it though. I mean, logically it should be, yeah, but it's not. I'm so bad at these. Okay, at least it's all of those. So let's try and do this, because with it being 2 1s here, we obviously it can't be here. Now, the reason I knew that is because for this to have 3, if it has 1 here, then this one's not touching it. So then there would have to be another one here, but then that should be a 2. So that at least I could figure out. I know some logic of this game, but just not a lot. My staff is still not charged yet. I need that thing to charge faster. That's what I was trying to do here, was like logic it in my brain, but because it was bigger numbers, I wanted to mark them so I could test it. But like, yeah. Oh, heirlooms. Interesting. There's so much to this game. Even when I played it before, like, I never got, like, I'm positive I beat it once, but I'm not good enough at it to be able to, like, consistently beat it either, as I'm sure you can see. Okay, so with this being a 1, if it's here, it would have to be here. But it could also be there. And then like there or something? Why would that not work somehow? Excuse me. Because it has to be there so that it's like all of these touching. And that is a 3 without the extra. But the alternative is having it there, which makes that a 3, that a 2. And obviously that can't have anything else, so that means it would have to be there. But I don't see why that wouldn't be a logical solution either. So I don't know how to, like, narrow it down from that point. Like, I can identify that these are, like, likely placements. But I don't know how to be like, well, this one's obviously the correct one. That one is like 2 of these 3 is going to be a monster. But I don't necessarily know which, because it could be these 2, meaning... Okay, so let's assume those 2. I'm going to try and make sure I don't, like, accidentally like, forget that I've done that. Because then that would mean that one would be free, so that one would have to be the monster there. And then that solves for both of those. That's not incorrect, obviously. Yep. I don't get it. Return to menu. Okay. Ooh, codex stuff. I guess these are like items I've unlocked and stuff. Because I have at least... Oh, so I've actually got a couple of Why does it say I've acquired it one time? Because I haven't had these. Interesting. I assume you can favor an item at some point because it says items favored, but I don't have any. Okay, and then how do I... Okay, I'm gonna not do that right now. How do I select my masteries? Yes. Yes. Thank you. I definitely need that. Oh. Oh. Yes. Yes, please. You can redeem a code? Interesting. Okay. Fake mustache. Fish face. These are so cute. Even the skull is cute. Fax? Obviously Fox. Said fax. Blub just blub. I thought that's a tropical imp. My bad. Kidda. Fruity lizard. Interesting. Behold is cute too. I'm not gonna use these on just like a cosmetic though. Oh no. That's so cute too. Okay. Not recommended for new players. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so if I had 30 tokens, I actually would probably do that because the favor slot seems very useful. So I have that purchased. Is there a way to set it? Uncertain. Ah, there we go. Okay, mastery selected. Okay, good. I only have default chests. And no sigil. Alright, but at least I'm making some progress on that. What I also just realized this is like where the Twitch chat is. It's kind of hard to see, at least on the menu. I will put it over there because then at least it's a little bit easier to see. It's probably going to be rough regardless. Probably at some point gonna have to put a background or something. Okay. Okay. Let us try this one again, but with the